Hi everybody, I'm Matthew Moniz, and Apple just announced brand new iPhones, the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus. So I thought it'd be a good idea to team up with TELUS and provide you guys with 7 tips and tricks to get you ready for your new iPhone. Now the good thing about these tips and tricks is even if you have an old iPhone, it applies to them well because everybody's getting the latest version of iOS 10, which will be readily available on September 13th. So whether you're buying new or using old, this video is for you. So the first feature I want to talk about is the lock screen. The lock screen has been completely redesigned along with the notifications that come in. So for example, you no longer have to press the physical home button to see your notifications. All you have to do is bring the phone to your face and the screen will automatically turn on. Now also, notifications themselves have been redesigned. They're a lot bigger and it provides a lot more information. Also, you can swipe them to the left and clear them, or you can actually respond to messages right on your lock screen. Now, if you swipe the screen all the way over to the right, you're gonna get a new thing called widgets. Now, there's only a bunch of widgets that you can use right now. Most of them are based on Apple's applications, but you're gonna have a lot more to choose from once developers start making them for the applications they're developing for. Also, if you swipe all the way to the left, you can get quick access to your camera, which is an easier way to make sure you never miss that specific moment. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is 3D Touch and a better control center. Now, 3D Touch, as cool as it is, wasn't really utilized or used with iOS 9. Like, I barely used it, and most people that I talk to say they never use it as well, except for maybe as like a trackpad. Well, 3D Touch is being baked even more into iOS 10, and I'm starting to use it a lot more often. And one of the cool things you can do is actually 3D Touch in your control panel. So not only are you getting more information, but you can 3D touch, let's say like the flashlight, and choose how bright you want it to be. You can 3D touch the camera and then go directly into a specific feature like taking a selfie, or you can even 3D touch the calculator and copy your last result. Now also, if you swipe to the left in the control panel, you have a new menu that allows you to control your music. So you can pause, you can play, and you can even skip a track. Number 3 is probably the biggest feature of iOS 10, and that's messaging. Messaging has gotten a lot more beefier, so there's a lot more things you can do. So for example, the biggest one that a lot of people are gonna like is stickers. You can download sticker packs from the App Store and place them in your conversation. So for example, I'm gonna text message my wife. I've already downloaded the sticker pack. I'm gonna hit the A button over here and I can select a smiley face and then send it to her. The other thing you can do is write messages with your finger into the chat and send it to a friend as well. So you press the heart, you draw something, and then you go ahead and send it. Now the cool thing about this is also a couple of things called a digital touch. So you can like press 2 fingers to send a heartbeat or a fireball or a virtual kiss. You can also send GIFs directly in the messaging app. You no longer have to use a separate application to do that. All you have to do is press the A button and then the 4 squares on the bottom left, select images, and then you can scroll down and choose what GIF you want to send. The other cool thing is you also have heartbeats, kind of like the Apple Watch, and there's also emoji prediction. So let's say I'm typing the word I love pizza, it'll take the word pizza and then turn it into a pizza emoji. And the last cool thing about messages is invisible ink. So think about Snapchat, you send a message and after 24 hours, it goes away. Invisible ink works sort of similar. So you send a message and then as soon as the person views it, the message disappears. So the next thing I want to talk about, which is number 4, is 3D touch widgets. Again, 3D touch is becoming a lot more important. So generally when you 3D touch an application, you're presented with a quick action menu that takes you directly to a function. Now when you 3D touch a specific thing, you get the widget that applies to the application along with any quick action. So there's not too many of them at the moment. Most of them are based on Apple's application. So for example, when I press or 3D touch the Photos app, I'm presented with a Photos widget along with some quick actions. And the same holds true for the weather itself. Number 5 is search is even better now on the iPhone. So you could always swipe down and get a search bar on the main menu, but you can actually do it in any application. So if I load up Safari, for example, and I swipe down from the top, I will automatically get a search bar. So it doesn't matter where you are, you don't have to leave, you can search directly in the app itself. And number 6 is probably my most requested feature, and it's about time that Apple actually added it. You can finally remove Apple applications. You no longer have to just place them in an extras folder and never go in there. Now, it's not going to delete the application forever, but it will delete it from seeing it on your home screen. So all you have to do is what you do with any application is you long press on it and then you press the X and it will go away. And last but not least, number 7 is the HomeKit app. You can now control all your Internet of Things devices from one application instead of one separate application for each device. So for example, if I have lights that change color, an alarm system that I want to check the camera to, or maybe I have a stereo that I want to control, instead of going into each specific app, as long as it supports HomeKit, I can go into the HomeKit app and then I can control it from there, making my life a lot easier. So those are my top 7 tips and tricks for iOS 10, and hopefully you guys can check them out as soon as you get your new iPhone or the upgrade to iOS 10 on September 13th. So for those of you buying an iPhone in Canada, definitely give TELUS a try. They are trying to become the #1 national carrier carrying the iPhone, and they're doing it in great ways by providing the #1 customer service in Canada. And they also have a learning center where you can take your phone in, talk to a TELUS representative, and they can help you learn specific applications, help you set it up, and answer all of your questions. Also, if you're buying an iPhone from TELUS, you can also opt into Apple Care Plus through them instead of the Apple Store, and you can take advantage of flexible payments where you can pay these things monthly rather than a lump sum. So that wraps up my review of the top 7 tips and tricks for iOS 10 and the iPhone 7. Let me know what you guys think. Also, let me know if you're planning on picking up a iPhone 7 or 7 Plus. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And as always, I will see you in the next video.